Yeah,
It's been long
okay,
since
what's that
we
now?
won back to back.
Yeah, don't start this streaming.
All right, now, oh, Bob, after a very long weekend and Champions League game, welcome to today's episode of the Metabolites.
Oh
The house is
yes,
feeling, bubbling and excited. Most of us won our game, but we get into that. In the
some
building, we
people
have
no play.
yeah, those people don't really play. True, true. In the house, we have let's start with Liverpool fans now, coming up from Madrid win. Have an Emirates.
What up? What up? I greet the house.
You no go
I
greet
am
How
now.
does it
live
That's
See
what
at
as
you
we
do.
Anfield.
listen.
Live
how
at
does it feel?
Anfield.
How does it feel to be winning now? The winning feeling. It seems nice,
No,
anyway.
no, this is not just winning. This is beating Real Madrid. Do you know what it means to be in a shitty form and beat Real Madrid?
We did it last season, back to
The
back.
Real Madrid super team.
We did it last season, back to back now.
Here we go.
Which
Shitty
back
from
to
what you
that
win last
That
game.
Madrid team they form. I beg
Eh?
you.
Shitty from what you win last game.
You say
Shitty from what you win last game.
I still win them too now. Now why I know the
Okay.
counter now? I'm the reason I'm too. Wait, they
When I
say
say
you win back
shitty
to.
from what you win last game.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh
Then you
no,
did fun now.
no,
We
that's
did
not
it
the
form
which one
now.
be that one be form.
Ah,
Okay,
you beat me with clean sheet. That's fun.
when we win Frankfurt and lose to Brentford, okay,
Brentford na
I
super
mean,
team.
I live
how
am.
one win take be form. One win in in 7 games na form. I mean one win in 8 games.
Or to us na
Okay, two
fun.
wins in
I
eight
beg,
games.
we'll come into that later. FA, half an hour.
I agree. I agree with yours. I agree with yours.
If they
Good
never
evening.
come back from Anfield, what is your slot dey discuss?
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, we greet you too, we greet you too, we greet you too. Also in the building, we have
Yeah.
Joker, half an hour. We have Jesse fan in the building.
Hi, my brother, my London
Mm,
brother.
I greet you too. So you're expecting now to perform magic tomorrow against Carabago.
But where would they play?
Now Carabag, yeah, Carabag.
I walk over. How you
No
bother?
wahala. No wahala, no wahala. Also in the building, we have the United fan. The people that was unable to complete back to back to back to back winning last weekend. We
I
have
agree the
fun now.
house. I'm active.
Yeah,
I
we
Hey,
agree
greet
the
you
house. I
too,
agree
we
the
greet you
house.
too. We
Unbeaten
greet you too.
in 4 games.
No easy, no easy. Also, special shout out to our producer, director, and technical advisor, Jonathan, the backer fan in the building. Have fun, Jonathan.
Yeah, they very good. Oh, I'm so happy tonight. I greet the house.
We greet you, we greet you, we greet you. All right, I'm the host, Victor, and welcome to the podcast. Please do like and subscribe. I beg, let's keep on improving the family, building on the family. Road to road to 100 subscriber in 100 subscriber. I beg. I already currently have 54 subscribers. Also on TikTok, please check us out on TikTok. The Metabolites 2.0. Also on Facebook, we are on Facebook. Metabolites. Facebook is currently active. Please do like and subscribe. Please build up the family. Also, now into today's agenda and today's main gathering. We just touch on we want to make it a very very quick podcast. So we touch on weekend games and roundups and also touch on Champions League game that happened this particular weekend. Now I would like us to let's start with Liverpool Aston Villa. Start with Liverpool fans. Um, Emirates, win Aston Villa during the weekend. Now you guys beat Madrid comprehensively today. Now I will ask you, what are the changes you noticed after this particular games? Changes you noticed from these particular two games, and it's not is an black. And what are the things you should have done before that you didn't do? Just in general, Liverpool take win back to back match.
All right. Well, if you watch both games, um, let me start from the Aston Villa game where we started shaky. We started shaky. We considered some chances, and we were almost behind in that game. I think Cash hit the bar. Um, Rogers was close as well. I don't know if he hit the bar or he was just close.
Yes, see the
I
bar
think he hit
also.
the bar. Yes. Okay. Yes. So you see, assuming we had considered, it would have been a different story because fighting from one goal down would be very, very difficult. But then we go back into the game and we were able to get a goal and then we were able to control the game. Now, the things I've observed that he has changed, which was let's say was like the identity of Liverpool is our press. For some time we have not really been doing that press. Um, we are just we just rely on this. I don't know, should I say just want to play a slow build up game. We are so relaxed. We don't Our midfielders and our attackers they are not really working. Let me put it like that. They were not really working on the pitch. And that was why teams has been getting the best of us. Because when you don't press these people don't feel pressure. And then they can easily cut through our defenses, find a way around it, and then you see the scores. That's why I've been losing since. But look at the Villa game. Although we started slow, but then you could see the press, and that was what led to the first goal. That was what led to the first goal. It was because of the press. And even before the goal even came, so there were some chances as well, but we could not put them away until that Salah chance. So if you look at the Madrid game, you see the same thing. The reason we were able to play very well against Madrid was because of our pressing. You see, I know Madrid had most possession on the ball, but then when they try to play from the back, especially from the goal kick, when they are taking their goal kick, you see we are always pressing them. We are always pressing. So if you watch this game today, you see that they had so many balls they just throw away. They just play to the throw because of the press. So I believe that is one the major thing that Arne Slot has brought back to the team, and then which is working now for us. And then the other thing I want to speak on because we did this is now back to back clean sheets. Another thing I want to speak on is the compactness of our our
Centre
team
back.
as a whole. Yeah, no, not
Even
even only the centre back. If you look at today's game now, when we are not on the ball, the way we shape, it was not like before. Everybody is now working. If you look at Florian Wirtz, he was winning balls defensively today. Even Salah was coming back to work. So there was this compactness. Yes, the centre backs were compact. Kudos to the right back and left back. They did exceptionally well, especially Bradley today. Did exceptionally well in holding down Vinny. And then from the midfielders, they were all running, they were all pressing. Even when they are not on the ball, they try to make the field as compact as possible. So that's why you see that Madrid were looking for spaces. They had so many loose balls today, so many loose balls. They were just trying to find a space and then they cannot find the space because of how compact we are. So I believe these are the things that Anislot has put in place that is now working for us as a team. And I feel like we should do more of this. We should see more of this going forward. So all in all, it's a very, very good one for me.
all right, all right. Moving on. Fa. The last time you were here, you were talking about the tactical position of and also complaining that Ancelotti is not finding a way to minimize his to minimize the errors at the back. So I asked you now if the two games against Madrid and Aston Villa over the weekend, do you think if Arne Slot has started this particular form because he brought back Andy Robertson back, he brought back Conor Bradley, he brought back the people that still worked for him, playing that in particular midfield. But today we saw Plan Reese today though, but he revert back to what actually worked for him last week. Now we'll go back to the question again. Do you think as one is sort of this particular thing, you guys would have been way, way ahead of where you are at currently? If it,
Uh, it's not just simple, Sha. Every game there's a context to it. And these two games you just played, okay, let me put it into a context. Just layman's terms. The two games we at Anfield, first of all, that gives us extra motivation. And secondly, these two teams play differently from like the last 5 games we had. These two teams played very differently from Brentford, Man United to a point, Crystal Palace. These games, those guys, the games they play is very long balls and win the second ball, long balls and win the second ball. Constant barrage of this thing. When you are getting like 50 long balls a game, you have to win 50 of the second balls as well. Most time we'll win 47. Those three will not win. We'll concede two. These two things, they try to play us out on the back. They try to pass it from the back. And this is our game. If you are passing it on the back, we'll beat or pressing. We try to press, win the ball off your arrow, and strength, maybe score, get a chance from there. But if you're playing long balls, you beat the press. So you are just depending on maybe the midfield to win the second balls, which we have not done enough this season. But also, I saw improvement in many places. I saw improvement. Not to take anything away from the team. There's improvement.
Felipe
They are
Start.
stronger. Like today, the game that was a bit like 4-4-2 Diamond. The FBS was like on the left, but most times he drifted in field, was at the top of the diamond. Then McAllister, Supposedly, and Groundwork are getting, study McAllister is getting better. He's getting better. His physicality is getting better. You can see that he's actually competing a lot. The first 6 games was like, I don't know, for lack of a better word, I would say cadaver. He could not move. Like, after 30 minutes, you're gassed. Like, what is it now? 30 minutes? But right now, he's pushing himself. You see, he can actually play for, at least for the top level, to the top level for about 80 or so minutes. So the team is better. We're improving. But also, these games are different from the games against teams like that will sit deep, that will want to fight us with long throws and all these things. I would like to see us against one of these teams again. If one of those teams come again and try that tactics and it not work, I'll say, okay, fine, we're totally back. But right now, I'm cautiously optimistic.
All right, thank you. I
All
will
right.
move on over to OJ. OJ, you being our La Liga correspondent. Now, Real Madrid, coming to Anfield, were supposedly the favourite edging towards this particular encounter, because aside the loss to Atletico Madrid, I don't think they have actually lost any game this season. And after defeating their arch rivals, which was Barcelona, that was last week. People were tipping them at least to tip it over tip it over Liverpool that are trying to find form. What particularly went wrong in this particular game? Because Couture was actually the saving grace. OJ.
Okay. Well, thank you and good evening, everyone. Once again, I think for this particular game, um, one thing we I noticed from the El Clasico fixture was that their defenders, especially the centre back pairing, they were so relaxed, and that was primarily due to the fact that there was almost no pressing from the Barcelona team, right? And then they got something completely different today. It was almost as if they came into this match thinking Liverpool is still us, we are going to win. That was the tactics they were coming with, and then they saw something entirely different. They saw that Liverpool, the dynamics of the team had changed. Liverpool was a team that was constantly hounding them whenever they had the ball, and they did not really have the chance to build any meaningful thing from the back. And also primarily due to the fact that I think when it comes to the battle of the midfield, right, they got usurped, they got destroyed. They stood no chance against the midfielders that Liverpool fielded for this particular fixture. And I also say it's not as if I am hating on the team, right? It's not as if I'm beefing them or anything like that. But I still don't see Madrid as a team that has the ability right now to be able to win
Compete in the high
these kinds
level.
of games, right, convincingly. Yeah, of course they defeated Barcelona, but that was a weekend side, right? I like I mentioned earlier in the group chat today, I said that they've only faced two real tests as regards to proving if Xabi Alonso is actually making significant improvement to this team. Yes, of course, they've been winning all the matches that they're supposed to win. That's the ideal thing to do if you want to challenge for titles, right? But the matches or the instances or the moments where things matter the most, twice. Okay, yeah, they delivered once when they defeated Barcelona, but like I said, that was a depleted team, and then they capitulated against Tico, and now they're capitulating against Madrid. So yeah, so far so good. I don't even want to go into the aspect of ranking them amongst the favorites to win the tournament. Is still quite early, right? But yes, I think to a large extent where they got things wrong was the fact that they had absolutely no answer for what the midfielders from Liverpool were bringing into this particular game. So that was where they lost the game for me. And then, yeah, for a second, I could now see the Madrid that Ancelotti was working with from last season, where they were now kind of relying on a magical moment to bring them back into the game, right? Maybe a Bellingham screamer or something from Mbappe or something from Vinicius. But none was forthcoming. Vinicius was padlocked and kept aside by one very sweet boy, right? No pun intended. And then also um, Kylian Mbappe, well, he was toothless today, like really toothless. He had okay, I don't know, I can't even remember if he had any good chance, but yeah, he was really really toothless today. And then Bellingham, same thing. He was even the one that considered the free kick that eventually led to the goal. So yeah, to a large extent, I saw them playing more like individuals today for the first time since this season started for the Madrid team, and well, that's not very good. It just shows that when they are faced with difficult situations and challenges, they tend to reset back to the Ancelotti style of play. So that's it from my end.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So let's move on to other results that happened this particular weekend, particular game week. Ray, Alpha, United, over to United. They went to I think it was they went to Nottingham Forest.
The
They were
City
playing Forest this
ground.
weekend. Yeah, the City Ground. Thank you, the City Ground. People were expecting them to actually pick up from where they stopped after picking up back-to-back wins. So people were expecting, okay, Nottingham Forest after appointing Sean Dyche, should take a while. Man United will just get there and perform normal. And after they scored first, people were thinking it's going to be business as usual. What actually changed? What was different this particular match compared to the last three you guys won? Wait,
Okay. Good evening. Thanks. In the previous pod, I did say that the game is going to be very chaotic. I think the long balls and then trying to win the second balls would be a really, really key constant in the game. So when you look at how the game unfolded, it wasn't really a surprise. It wasn't really a surprise. From a United's point of view, though, the performance wasn't good. It really wasn't good. Although I've realized that, not like it's a new realization, but the way our system is, right, you demand a lot from your forwards. And on days when they have bad games, even just one or two of them, it really stinks the whole game. So in the game against Brentford, for example, so I say Brentford against Forest, for example, Kunha, Sesko, and Mbumo, they had of these. I think Ahmad was the only one that was bright. Even the Ahmad itself, I think first half he wasn't really good enough. So towards the end of the game that he kind of came alive. Um, but it's just to tell you that the way United are playing is really, really not. Is really, really very, very. Is very, very inconsistent and unpredictable because we are relying on a lot of things to go our way for certain things to play around well in games. If you watch the game against Brighton, everybody seems to be on it. And then, like I said before, United in games where they are required to have more of the ball, they fumble. There's a statistic for that. Under Amorim, since he came into the team, once the game requires us to have more position of the ball, we don't create clear cut chances. We struggle during the game. You saw how Tottenham beat us in the Europa League final. The same template. That's been a constant for us. But in games where possession is a bit more balanced or they have more than us, then we cannot rely on us lumping the ball long into large spaces. We are very dangerous to play against. So it's kind of a toss up with what happened against Forest and against Brighton. Brighton had more of the ball, they pressed high, so we were able to attack spaces with those forwards. Those forwards are dangerous in those kind of scenarios. Eh, Against Forest, doesn't like that. Long balls, Forest were dominant in the air as well. Second balls, we were winning them. Anderson was brilliant. I think Anderson was my man of the match on both sides, but he was brilliant in that game. Um, Casemiro also was brilliant as well for United. So when you look at these things, you kind of like understand why we tend to struggle in this kind of games and do in other kind of games. So that's just the problem with United at
All
the moment.
right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I would have talked about Champions League, but you guys didn't play Champions League today. So,
Ah,
um,
our match now by 12, now by 12, we play by 12.
all right, then,
Nice one, nice
let's
one.
move on. Let's move on. We have the world champion in the building, Joker. After you guys defeated after you guys lost to Sunderland over that was last 2 weeks ago. You guys went into this particular London derby. You guys used to call it 3 point lane. You were expected to actually defeat Tottenham. You guys defeated Tottenham 1-0. But I will ask you, Joker, if you watched the game, was the game entertaining enough? Because I've seen some complaint about the game being a stop start. And how was the performance of your boys against Tottenham this particular weekend?
Hmm. Well, well, well. I beg, Victor, I want to say something.
All right.
Can you please ignore the loss to Sunderland and just focus on what happened last week?
No, I'm just trying to say that after the loss against Sunderland now, you guys picked form. I'm not like saying you talk about Sunderland.
Well, like, but judging from highlights, I feel like Caicedo got banger. One of the best midfielders in the world now. It's clear of Declan Rice, Gravenberch, and the likes. You understand?
Nobody they follow the argue. You win.
Cry, cry, Declan, cry, cry.
No, nobody they follow
Because
the
you
argue
insult
now. You
Kyle
win.
Smith now, you want to start this agenda. I'll not go follow you argue, no worry, you win.
So I'm just waiting for Pep. Hmm? But
Sadly, he won't be there.
Man Chelsea was defeating Spurs last week amidst the defensive crisis that we are encountering because of those. Make una help me beg Uncle Tosin o. Uncle Tosin, please. Na old man you be o. No come dey come scatter my club. But that aside, I felt I didn't really watch the match, so I don't know if it was entertaining, but I really enjoyed watching Caicedo destroying people, especially the work for that first goal. Ah, it was magical. So with the few things I saw, I really saw that Chelsea bodied the game. They took everything from Spurs and they had nothing to. Spurs really had nothing to show. And you see that Javi Simons, a better big bullet na Chelsea does because that guy would have been a downgrade, a massive downgrade. But we thank God that we came out victorious.
All right. Still on that Chelsea matter. You know, if are playing tomorrow against Karabakh, what front line are you expecting, and what team do you think Ezra Maresca will play against Karabakh tomorrow?
Well, against Karabakh, I would have loved to see what's his name, Garnacho, Dilap, and Estaval, and João Pedro playing behind Dilap. But Maresca is full of surprises. So I don't know. He might still end up picking Gittins and Neto. Then throwing Joao Pedro there and Boanati. Be Boanati. What was that guy's name?
Bonanote.
Bonanotti. That's it. So I feel like that's what's going to happen. But
When
personally,
I go win the match, Abi.
to be very
Yeah,
honest,
Karabakh go.
I cannot I cannot really see. Although I'm hoping for a victory, but can't really see. I really hope we win tomorrow so that I can come here and laugh like Liverpool fans.
No wahala. No wahala. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Before we move on to La Liga, let me just talk about Arsenal. Arsenal won over the weekend, and they also won this particular game week in Champions League. Um, Over the weekend was just the professional. The two games are just professional game. Nothing really entertaining. Just do your job and claim out and collect the clean sheet. I think this is in 10
I tell
games. I'm not
I tell you now, so I not go score too much goals against Burnley now.
we scored two now. It's supposed to be four
Uh-huh.
saves. Saka missed one on one.
Now what I predict now. You say 4-0.
If we scored two, Saka missed one on one. One away was a bit stingy towards the ending. And anyway,
Um
though, it's just continue.
no, that's it.
The game was just the both games were just professional games, and injuries are coming again. Like it's becoming a worry. Gyökeres picked on an injury, and Odegaard, Karavat, and Co. But hopefully, um, I heard about four people are coming after the international break against Tottenham. Generally, Arsenal match are just boring these days. Expecting free kick goal or corner goal, or you expect or you expect or you expect you expect just expect boring tactics. No, no, not saying that it's Arsenal though. Look at it.
Merino brace.
I'm just saying that the way Arsenal plays now, we kind of like I don't know what I would say. We just own more of the ball, limiting the opposition from creating chances. For example, now in the past 10 games, Arsenal had 8 clean sheets. In even the past 16 games, Arsenal have 13 clean sheets, and only 3 games were able to penetrate us. That was against Alan, Soposlai, and Votomada. That is 3 games we have actually considered this particular season. Generally, the game is just I think I'm not picked our form yet. Saka is a bit shaky. Trossard is our best player in terms of attacking player. And Mourinho today actually showed why he's not even a midfielder, he's a striker. Because the goal he scored, no, the first goal he scored, that was absolutely brilliant. Like the way he read the line and dropped deep and went across the ball, the way he finished it, it bet me. As much Gyökeres is the striker, Karavat no score that will not finish that goal. Gyökeres and Karavat not finish the goal because the way he jumped and just hit the ball past the keeper was beautiful. Generally, that's just Arsenal in general. Any of you now get any question for me to answer about Arsenal play? Any question?
Well, I feel like I just want to see something and then ask a question. I
All
feel
right.
like your matches you have been having like this kind of easy, should I say easy pictures, be easy run of games. uh Yeah, you have. I don't think Arsenal has started facing a tough run of games yet. For me, from my perspective, I think the only teams people have played, like the strong teams, really strong teams people have played, Liverpool, Man City.
Man
Who again?
United.
Now what for you, bro? We know say
Man, you beat now. I don't understand though. Go play
them
Man U
beat
for West
us,
Ham is
yes.
easy.
Them beat us. Listen, Man you beat us, yes. Is Man you really? Can you really say Man U is a big team? Before
Man U
before
against big team when to turn
listen
up. Oh.
now, listen. Before they beat us, as in before they start this their 3 match win, or before or beating or whatever.
Yes.
Do you not know how their fixtures have been, how their results have been?
Before
So
they play us
you
first match of
people
the season though.
listen now, listen. I know they played you people
Continue.
ball, yes. But were you expecting to lose that game? No. Were you supposed to be the better side to win that game? Yes.
Oh,
Eh?
these things are playing since they collected points from them last season. All
Who is
these
that?
No, no, may I finish the question first? May I
Milan,
continue?
Palace, West Ham,
No,
Newcastle.
No, I
I
understand. Wait now, I'm coming. There's a reason. There's where I'm going to.
all right,
There's
may I
where
your
I'm going to.
question?
Um, like I was saying, I said
Yeah.
you have a very, very good run of fixtures. Although I understand what Ray is saying, yeah, he have played some quite okay, let's say some strong teams. But are you worried that maybe when you now start having, should I say, difficult fixtures back to back? Do you think that you people can still maintain what you have going on? Because you have faced Liverpool, you lost, faced Man City, you drew, and you faced Man U, you won, but it was something of more of a narrow win. It was not really a comfortable game. So,
Alright.
are you worried that, oh,
Okay.
maybe in the future something can happen?
All right. Thank you. First of all, I'm not worried because there's facts actually when it comes to big teams. Out of 18 games, we only lost one. So when it comes to big teams, I trust my manager to actually set up against big team. The only game we lost was Liverpool, and was thanks to a Szoboszlai frisky because I feel that we play that match again. That match is going to end in a draw. So I'm not worried when it comes to facing big teams. And secondly, you won't actually say we have not placed the test because first 6 games, aside United fixtures, Arsenal was the second hardest fixtures because in the first 6 games we were facing Liverpool, facing United, we faced Newcastle, and we also faced Man City. You see, Newcastle, Man City, United, Liverpool. We faced Liverpool away, Newcastle away, and Liverpool away. Those are 3 difficult fixtures. We have played 10 games though. Those are 3 victories. That was first 6. We played those people away. Then we now faced United at home, and that was the very first game. We have not won like out of Premier League history. Arsenal have only won in United away 4 times. 3 of them are Arteta, and one was Wenger. So in Wenger 26 years, he only won once, and that one that he won was the season he won the league. So you can see the reason why that win at Old Trafford was very, very important. No matter how the form United was, last season they were very, very 60 points. They were very, very poor. When they faced us, we were very, very lucky to take the point. So, and again, the only wins we have won in United away usually be 1-0. The whole 4 times we win was 1-0. So seeing that the narrow victory, just like history has proven itself. Anytime we win against United away, it's always 1-0. Then secondly, in terms of the ones we have been playing recently, last season and last 2 seasons, Crystal Palace took points from us. Last season and last 2 seasons, West Ham at home was a loss. Last season and last 2 seasons, Fulham drew with us. Okay, last 2 seasons we won Fulham, but last season they drew with us. Then who we played again? Okay, we played Burnley. Burnley, okay, we have Burnley. So these
Newcastle.
fixtures, Newcastle also, we've lost back to back at Newcastle. You may say these fixtures might be nice, but bro,
No, okay, listen. What I'm saying now is that you are saying
yes,
that you people drop points against this, people drop points against that last season. But do you know that most of all these people you are saying you drop points against, you won one of the legs, like you literally won one of the legs against almost
no,
all of them.
no,
You won
I mean,
Crystal Palace. Wait now,
no,
listen now. You
relax,
won Crystal Palace last
continue.
season, yes. You won
Yes,
Crystal Palace last season, yes. You won
yes,
Newcastle last season,
yes. No, we
yes.
didn't win last
You
Newcastle last season.
you won Newcastle last
Okay,
No,
okay,
season
the,
okay,
1-0
at all,
now.
at
Palace
They
all.
and
can
Newcastle will be
rise.
easy
So
fixtures now.
they can
Relax,
rise
relax,
now.
It's not easy game.
relax.
Uh,
Relax. Those
Crystal
What?
Palace and
fixtures,
Newcastle will be easy games now. The Crystal Palace will
Hmm?
be
those
easy.
those
Crystal
fixtures we are
Palace.
saying now, those fixtures you are saying is okay. We won Crystal Palace at their house, but our house they play 2-2 with nothing to. We're fighting tight. They play 2-2 at our house. Fulham at their house, we scored the set piece goal. Like I know we beat them, but we really beat them. Like for example, West Ham at home we lose, but the house they destroy them. But our house we lose. So how do you feel like the last 2 games we'll be facing West Ham at home, we will be losing? So do you not think that they will go into the mindset that they want to change it up? Then Newcastle, we have not won a Newcastle game since Jorginho and Odegaard magic. That was the season when we were pursuing massive 8 point ahead. Newcastle is not an easy ground to win. And it's not like I don't know what I'm trying to say, we win one leg. But you can't. I'm talking about the particular picture itself, not the one leg picture. Like that particular picture itself is tricky picture because when you talk about Fulham away, we'll be dropping point Fulham away. West Ham at home, we'll be dropping point West Ham at home. Newcastle away, we'll be dropping point Newcastle away. Like the way you're saying is these pictures, it's not easy pictures. I think if you have
I'm
faced there, I
I'm
think if you
coming.
have
I'm
faced
trying to.
is only Burnley was an easy fixture. You can call Burnley an easy fixture. Then Leeds, but Leeds now is not even easy fixture itself. Leeds and then Forest because Forest under Ange was easy fixtures. Our next games we are going to play Tottenham. We're going to play Chelsea are going to play Aston Villa. You can call that difficult fixture though, but I feel I feel this from this ground of games we have actually picked in our form, like is to give us the belief that okay, these particular games are not going to be easy. Because if you want to pick, if you say these are easy fixtures, these are fixtures last season and last 2 seasons, we'll be dropping points. But they're not because we already see that we drop points in particular fixture last
Oh
season.
yeah,
This
Victor,
season we have to
Victor,
pick it up.
Victor.
Yeah,
When I was talking about fixtures, I'm talking
yes.
about when you're talking about difficult fixtures back to back. You have not really faced any difficult fixtures back to back. Like you're having it hot, hot. I'm coming. I'm looking at your fixtures now. You
Man
played
City
Manchester
Newcastle was
United
what?
first.
Man
Listen
City
first.
Newcastle was what?
Listen
Man City
first now.
Newcastle was what?
Oh God, listen. Can you
At the year,
listen?
at the year.
Now, the first fixture you played
Yes.
was Man U,
Man U.
which I've said before. Because coming into that game, everybody said that Arsenal is going to trash them. Why? Because these people were very bad, very very bad.
Man
So,
U with Sesko, Ubemo, and Cunha
oh
is going
God,
it's
bro,
going to be easy
now come
fixture.
on now,
Guy,
come on now. That was like practically the first game of the season, guy. So, are you going to tell me that everybody did not say that you people were going to trash them?
everybody didn't say we were going to try. Everybody was even saying we were going to lose the game safe. Didn't you
See,
see point people were saying Arsenal going
if
to
you are
lose the game?
counting difficult fixtures, you are not supposed to be counting Man U. Yes, the game
Man
turned
U,
out to be
that fixture you
difficult.
guys are supposed to win.
No, I
Everybody
want to
knew
cut
that.
my
True,
difficult
as you are
fixture.
not understand, they can't man. Like, why are
Wait,
you counting Manchester
they know
United?
what talk this matter.
Okay, after that game, these people drew Fulham, lost like how many match? What are you saying now, guy?
Okay, lead,
What are you
lead,
saying?
lead, lead
Lost to
United.
Grimsby,
Oh yeah,
lost to
lead United.
Grimsby.
Yeah, lead
Come on now, bro.
United. Yeah, lead
No
United.
matter how bad United are, they have played difficult game to play.
Now,
All the stuff now just
Manchester United, then you face Leeds, right? Listen,
Yes,
listen, you face
yes,
Leeds,
yes.
and then you face Liverpool, which you lost,
Okay,
and then you faced Forest, which
okay,
you won because okay, they changed the manager and it was really bad. You played
okay,
Athletic Club, those guys are
okay,
not good. Then you
okay,
played Man City, which you dropped points.
okay,
You played Newcastle, which you
okay.
almost lost, but you
You say I
crushed.
almost lost.
Which you
Okay,
almost lost that game now, bro.
okay,
You almost
continue.
lost the game. Those were
Okay,
back-to-back fixtures. That is something I was trying to point out. Do you see how difficult it was for you? You almost lost Man City's game. You almost lost Newcastle's game. You have to
okay,
thank late goals to bring you back to the game to get something from those games. And then
okay.
you have been playing Olympiacos, you played West Ham, shitty team. You played Fulham. Fulham has not been good this season. So you
Guy,
cannot even tell
Fulham
this
have not been
Fulham
good
has
this
been good
season.
this season. Fulham,
Fulham have not been good this season.
have
Fulham
you
have
seen
just
their
been
form?
normal.
Have you seen their
Yeah,
form?
continue,
Are you
continue,
telling
no
me Fulham has
vex.
been good this season? Then you face
All right.
Fulham, you beat Atletico Madrid. Atletico
Mm-hmm.
Madrid, and all those guys, the guy did it. You won Palace at home, which I expected you to win because you are at home. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? And then
Yes,
Brighton, AFA Cup, Burnley, Slavia Prague. So which hard run of games have you had? The hard run of
my
games you
guy,
have had is Man City and Newcastle back to back, which you almost lost both of them. But you had late goals to thank for.
my
So
my guy.
I'm asking you now that are you worried? Okay, because what I'm saying now is that now you have okay after Sunderland, Tottenham not even strong. Okay, you're having like Bayern, you're having Bayern like this next fixture is now. Let me tell you.
Imare, how
Yeah.
your fixtures gonna be this season?
You say
How your fixtures gonna be this season? Leave off.
our fixtures have been harder now. Should I go and show you?
They have
Okay,
been harder.
how now? How which team wanna play? Tell me now.
Oh yeah, now make I show you
Back
now.
to back, bring and come. I don't understand this kind of scrutinizing today. Oh. Sure?
Now
Some
question I
ask
ask you, are you worried that your team is simple? Okay, I'm not worried. We'll win. You say they have had a difficult run of fixtures. I've called the teams for
Yes,
you. Are those difficult form of a run of fixtures?
Arsenal have played teams like in all forms, bro. I don't know how you guys are saying this thing. I don't really understand what's going on
Okay,
here.
okay. Tell me the teams they have played. Tell me.
guy.
No,
About
just tell me the
thing
they,
now.
they lost to Liverpool.
No. Imare, look this
They
thing
drew
well.
to Man City.
No,
They
no,
almost
I don't
lost
want to
that game.
defend Victor. No, I want to defend Victor. But if you look at Arsenal over the past two last season, let's say since 2022 they come, they are hard games now. These Fulham, Palace, and Brentford. Them, not even all those big teams. So these are their hard games now.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
forget,
wait,
you don't
listen,
forget the
listen,
last season.
listen. Ray, 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 Ray. Can you hear me?
Oh, it's in our talk now. I
How
didn't
do
hear you.
how do you classify difficult games? Do you classify
United
difficult games?
away is
Because
always
Like now, for
me, I
difficult.
example,
classify
now,
difficult games based
like for
on
example, now, I think it's difficult games are channel to how your teams play. Like at United, for example, now, if I'm going to play a team like Brighton has beaten us very well. That one I know. But if you look at how we play, right, teams that require us to have more possession of the ball, just know it's going to be a very difficult game for us. That's just how it is. If you the way you are talking, it's like you only see Liverpool and City as the only good teams to play against, and it does not make sense.
oh yeah,
Because
wait.
calm down, Nama talk. Because
Okay,
if
land.
you look at these teams, we are talking of see, it doesn't matter the form United is in. Coming to Old Trafford is very difficult.
Guy.
Newcastle at home is a bloody
Away.
game. Newcastle away, sorry. Palace, the way they play, are difficult in any way you play them. So these teams are not easy games, though. Even Fulham going to Craven Cottage is not an easy fixture. So, like now, when does you guys win at Craven Cottage, for example?
Us.
I know they. No,
Now,
I'm talking of Liverpool. I know they lost the last. I don't know 2 seasons ago. So these games
If
are not really easy. The way you are looking at them. Ah,
if if not for our bad form, if we play them, when we are playing very well, we win the
I'm
match.
big. I know
These
that.
people are very poor. Oh yeah, wait. Oh yeah, wait. You say make I call my fixtures for you, Abi?
oh yeah,
Make I call my fixtures for you.
oh yeah.
Make I call them for you now, Abi. We played Bournemouth. We played Newcastle.
I play Mario. Mario
Listen
and
now.
Bomo two hard
Okay,
pass.
listen now. I played Bournemouth. I played Newcastle. I played Arsenal.
Mm.
Those are three difficult games back to back to back, which Arsenal
Wow.
has not had this season. Oh yeah, wait now. I played Burnley. Then I played Everton. I played Crystal Palace. I played Gala in the week. I played Chelsea. I played Man U. Then
See
I
easy
played
fixtures.
Frankfurt. Eh?
See easy fixtures. So you just call easy fixtures just now.
Easy fixtures. How?
Show you say man, you know, show you say man, you easy much now. Man, you Palace. All these
Thank
games
you.
That is what
easy.
I'm.
Mario Palace.
That is what I'm telling you. The
But you
reason
lost those
why
matches.
Man U, I'm counting Man U as not an easy fixture is because of our run of form. On a good
Wait.
day, it's an easy fixture.
Because of
But
what?
your form.
MRI. Make una come back for here, bro. Even the next one.
Oh, what you
Ebe,
say?
ebe,
Oh, we
ebe,
end 15
ebe,
minutes.
Oh God, I
ebe,
beg.
Well,
ebe.
we are still watching the league.
No wahala.
Matches go still come.
No
Then when the
wahala.
matches come,
No wahala.
we'll call you
I
that time.
will there for Arsenal's downfall too. Victor,
No
No,
wahala.
that is what I'm saying.
we are
You
coming for
see,
you. Haaland and
there's
Co.
what we call back to see. You know, when you have back to back to back matches, it puts a strain on the team. That is what I'm trying to say in essence. So when you have difficult fixtures back to back to back, how do your team manage? Because okay, just imagine Liverpool now. I played Aston Villa now, which I'm supposed to win. Okay, I'm at home, but I'm playing Aston Villa and I have Madrid and I have Man City next. That kind of fixture. How do you? That is what I'm talking about. It's not like okay, I want to criticize that. Oh, all these teams they are poor. We know how the Premier League is.
No
Sunderland
wahala.
self can do magic against you. But
No
then
issue.
when you're having that kind of fixture back to back to back, how do you cope? That
I
is what I'm
feel, I
saying.
feel, no wahala. I feel we would do better because all these features we play so far are not actually easy though. We will stand our ground and we will face our team well. I'm not afraid of them. I think I want to see us against Bayern Munich. I think that Bayern Munich time we have Tottenham, Bayern, then I think Bayern, then Chelsea. The Chelsea. So I think that should be nice. But anyway, though, happy with my team performance so far, and I feel There's more to come, and we're having slight injury crisis though, but no wahala. Arsenal will be up to form. Thank you for the question, Mared. Now let's move on
Now,
to Barcelona. OJ, Barca defeated Elche. According to you, last time you were saying it's going to be a very difficult game. I don't really think say that game are difficult because I got to see 2-0 first half, only for me to see the game ending game one. And if are playing Club Bridge tomorrow, in general, how do you see your team performing tomorrow?
Okay, well, for tomorrow's game, we are still short staff. Of course, the only person we now have back and fully fit is Lewandowski, and I would say Lewandowski because I need to count Omo again at this point. That one I just minus. So we have Lewandowski for tomorrow's game, and well, it's going to be, how should I put it now? It's going to be a tricky time because Club Brugge, although they are a small team, yeah, but they are not small. If you understand what I mean, they play good ball, they play good football, and I think at this point in our season, that's all it takes to defeat us. Just play well and take your chances. So it's going to be a very very quiet game, considering the fact that we are short staffed in the middle of the park, and also Casado and De Jong, who happens to be the only natural midfielders we have now, central midfielders, they are both one game away from booking, right? And I think after this game, our next fixture is against Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah, Chelsea.
yes,
Pedro is already
yes,
missing that
yes.
match, and imagine both of them get booked tomorrow. So what will just turn up for
You
that
go rest
fixture?
them with that man. You go rest them.
No, I don't think they'll rest them because if they want to do that, then their replacement would be kids from La Masia, right? So the only person I would trust from the bench that can do a good job is Mark Bernal. But now he's not. I don't think he's completely fit enough to be fielded. That's to start any game, let alone a Champions League football game away from home. So I feel tomorrow's game, I see a win, a scrappy one, right? But regardless, I see a win for us. And well, for the weekend game, it was not. It was really underwhelming. Forget about the scoreline for once. It was an underwhelming game. Everybody underperformed, especially Jules Koundé. See, I don't know if they do that guy. Maybe in just one shift
I
go
thought he
fashion
was the
on some
best
football.
right
Make we
back
not
before.
say he
I thought he was the
he
best
don't
right
leave
back
football.
before.
Yeah, he was very good. He was superb last season. I don't know how the drop off in performance is too wide. It's too wide from going from almost 120% last season to just nothing this season. His performance have been very 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 wild and messed up. And I think that they need to replace him for now. They need to find someone to fill that position and have him sit on the bench, or maybe even shift him back to central defense because we all know that when he was bought from Sevilla, he was a natural CB. So maybe they might want to attempt that. But for now, he's a very very leaky hole in the defense that if enemies start to pay attention, they might want to exploit because the form he's carrying right now is not a very good form. But overall, I still have good feelings that tomorrow's game would end in a favorable result for us. Maybe a win, say. Of course, they will concede, right? So I'm looking at maybe 3 goals to 1 again, something similar to what they did at Elche.
All right, now. All right, all right. Thank you. Thank you for La Liga roundup. There are some other games that actually happened this particular Champions League. We saw ATM defeating Saint 3-1. We saw Spurs defeating Copenhagen 5-0, I mean, 4-1. We also saw these guys. We saw these other guys, PSG and Bayern Munich. Ray, that result, it wasn't really surprising seeing the champion losing at home to Bayern Munich. I mean, you were expecting it, Ray.
No, no, not very, very surprising like that. I think I expected Bayern to win the game or at least take a draw, but they ended up winning the game even with the red card. So it was a bit surprising that on that front because of how the I think company really set the press well for the game. They really got at PSG, punished their mistakes. So it was a nice game for them. Good 3 points for the Bavarians.
Are they not the current favorite to win the Champions League because they just defeated the champion?
I don't really know. As of February Champions League, I really don't know yet. Let's see how it goes on. But right now, Sha, they are unstoppable basically. I think 16 wins out of 16 games. And it's
Guy,
scary. Scary on 46
guy,
as well.
guy. This
It's
is with your day
scary
of
on.
form. Yeah, very big form. All right,
Let's just
thank
pick
you.
Arsenal next week for me.
Not be na next month, sha, but not really fear, sure.
Next month.
I'm not really fear. Make the come, make the come, make the come, make the come. We're at home, so I trust Ateta. I trust Gabriel currently. Before we round up, I think we have 8 more minutes. Um, after 10 particular games in the Premier League, there have been some outstanding performances like Haaland and City being City highest goal scorer. We saw Gabriel being also being assisting both defensively and offensively. We also see the like of Casemiro being responsible for um, Man United up front rising recently. Also, we also have the like of Granit Xhaka performing wonders over there at Sunderland. So I was asked the house one by one. After game week 10, who has been your player of the season so far? Let me start with Emery. Emery, that Emery don't go sleep.
Please come again with the question.
Gravenberch.
I'm like,
Yeah, please
I'm
come
like
again with the question.
after the match day 10, who has been your Premier League player of the season so far?
So was like
As in for my team or generally?
The general league.
Well, if I have to see generally, we have to be Haaland. I don't think anybody has really improved more than him this season. So if I'm going to be going generally, not to my team, it will be Haaland.
All right, thank you very much. Efe,
okay.
not Keke. Efe, are you with us, Efe?
Yes.
Now your current who do you think will the current Premier League player of the season so far?
Uh, Alan is too easy. So let me go left field, and say Antoine Semenyo. No,
Wow.
Park. No, Caicedo.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Um, it's been astounding, though. It's been astounding. Yeah, recent performances have been astounding. Over to Joke Alpha. Joke,
I'm active, ready to strike
uh,
at it.
who is your Premier League player of the season? Casedo also, Abi.
I would have said, but there's somebody done much more than he has done. And
Okay, network the break.
is the network better now? Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yeah, we can hear you now clearly.
Okay. I want to do bad, but there's somebody that has really caught my attention. You know, called the winner, Liverpool. I believe when Liverpool played Manchester United, he scored the winner. I believe we know.
Yeah, she's Harry Maguire, Abi.
I beg, I'm sticking with Caicedo.
All right, Casedo has been astounding, though. The poor Chelsea team has been astounding. Um, OJ, Alpha, current Premier League player of the season
Like
so
serious,
far.
now Haaland I go pick.
Alan is a robot, though. Like his movement these days, like even the goals against Bournemouth, those are pure traditional striking goal. Like he just supposed to even get hat trick. I don't know why I not get hat trick. Also, let me move on. Ray, Alpha, your pick.
This one easy. It's Haaland. 13 goals, 10 games.
Like
Why would you?
it's too easy. It's too
All
easy.
the
If
goals, all the goals, all the
any
goals they are
any other
scoring.
any other picks is not even fair. Any other
You
You
should
can't
picks
say
is not
another
fair.
you
pick is not
should
fair,
debate
though.
second place, not
It's
even
not
first or
fair,
second
honestly.
place. Who's second best player of the season? Let's talk.
If you say second best,
Second
That's
best,
a
actually,
conversation.
second
Not
best
who
now.
is the
Maybe
best.
I'll consider. I think Gabriel. Gabriel is up there. Has been very brilliant this season. 3 goals conceded. Then you have extras like your Caicedo of Chelsea, even Rice and Arsenal self having a fantastic season as well. Some other
Semenyo.
players, Semenyo, all these guys they are
Semenyo
there.
has been good.
So second best, but first best is obviously Haaland. The kind of goals he's scoring, goals that gets City in the lead, goals that equalizes games if at all. The bulk of the goals is scoring them. Even the all-round play is just brilliant. The guy is on he's on one kind of level because right now, Jerry, I don't think there's anybody that's just taking that spot with him.
All right. For me, obviously, I think Alan has been brilliant. For me, I think I would choose Gabriel. Might come from a sentimental aspect though, but
Mike,
like,
Mike, eh?
Of course, of course.
but the guy has been performing though. Yeah, I think the only mistake he made so far has been against Haaland. That particular goal Haaland scored.
I surprised he not cut
Though
him down.
no, Gabriel has been the better of the centre back. Like nowadays, he has evolved his game that even his passing now is of the elite. He's like he's now very good with diagonal passes, long passes, even down the middle passes. So Gabriel has been performing great. But notwithstanding the fact that Alan numbers are very very crazy numbers, and the way Pep is using him these days is a very kind of different and kind of suits his way. But for me, considering 3 goals and the way the guy like the second goal we scored was from
See
Gabriel
time,
clearance. So anyway, yeah, that's my pick. But I think that should be a wrap up for this particular episode. I thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you
Thank
guys
you,
for
thank
turning
you,
up.
thank you,
Yeah,
thank
thank
you.
you.
Same time on Thursday for our weekend preview show. Please, you guys to please share the gospel, share the comments, please comment, please share the video, and also please do subscribe to the channel. Check us out on TikTok, Facebook, and also on YouTube, The Metabolites. And have a great night. Good night.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
good
night,
night,
guys.
guys.
Good night, guys.